let's talk about why and when, as a marketing agency, I would recommend a home service business run pay-per-click ads like Google, Microsoft, over meta ads with the CPM advertising structure. And you can actually see what the difference is on the channel. But hey, I'm Carl Stoy, the founder of Stoy Media. And over the past year and a half, almost 2 years now, we've been helping service businesses scale with paid ads, filling up their pipeline, getting them more opportunities to sell and close projects. But let's talk about when I would recommend pay-per-click over meta. And let's talk about the difference in the structure of actually getting leads. See, with pay-per-click, you are getting the demand. You're just collecting the demand. Think you are a butterfly catcher and you've got your butterfly net and you're standing by the bush that all the butterflies kind of roam around when they want to go get whatever they're looking for. I don't know what butterflies want, but you're just standing there with the net catching them as soon as they fly by. Meta, on the other hand, is like you taking your net and just running around and finding them. And see, you can still get good results. Most of our pay-per-lead activity, our pay-per-lead like guarantees, our lead vendors activity, all of that is basically all done through Meta. But it requires a certain level of skill and it requires a certain level of just budget and all these other things that you don't really need on pay-per-click. So let's talk about the difference. So pay-per-click, you are collecting demand. You're collecting demand. On Meta, you are finding demand. You're able to get people who are currently interested in roof replacements. You're getting people who may be potentially interested in things like solar or a siding replacement or things of that nature. So you're able to get that. You're able to get good quality, but on pay-per-click, it's totally different because it's people looking up roofing company near me, gutter company near me, siding company near me, carports, whatever you're doing. It's people actually looking it up. So you're collecting the demand. On Meta, you're running around with the net chasing the butterflies. And you can still catch a lot of butterflies. You can still close a lot of butterflies and turn them into projects, but you require a certain level of sales skills and a certain level of setting skills that just running pay-per-click wouldn't really need. And by the way, if you're running pay-per-click, you still need a consistent way to set leads and close them. We have ran personally, I can tell you this, and it's sad, but we have personally ran pay-per-click ads for people who didn't have any setting process and didn't have any sales process, and all they did was waste their money. And we have clients who have a consistent way of setting appointments and selling them, and they get really good results no matter what the platform is. But if you want to get the highest quality people, it's pay-per-click. But there's a downside. I would recommend pay-per-click if you have a budget of $20,000 to $30,000 per month. This is where I'd recommend. In terms of Meta, I would say any budget is good and viable for Meta ads, but for Google, I would recommend, hey, if you can jump on pay-per-click with a $20,000 to $30,000 a month budget, and you're willing to eat a little bit of it at the start because you need to get things warmed up and consistent, pay-per-click is where I'd recommend. But for any budgets, Meta. Now another one, if you want higher quality people, so you have a little bit of slack in terms of getting back to people on Google Ads. The general rule of thumb is get back to people within a minute of them submitting. And I made a different video of why you shouldn't in 5 minutes. It's a different video on the channel of why calling leads within 5 minutes is outdated. But if you want a little bit more quality leads, because actually, I'm not even gonna include that because that's technically collecting the demand versus finding the demand. The other difference is that you are able to get more consistency out of pay-per-click. So we're gonna say consistency out of pay-per-click. It's a little bit more set it and forget it. This one, it's a little bit uncertain. Now, you can easily say, oh, flying a plane is pretty uncertain because you never know if there's gonna be turbulence or all these other things. But if you have a good pilot, you're able to get to your destination no matter what. You're able to get to wherever you need to get, even if there is turbulence or a hurricane or whatever, because you got a good pilot. So the difference between Meta and pay-per-click is because you can have a little bit more set it and forget it mentality with pay-per-click. Because if you've got a big budget, all you need to do is turn it on. You don't have any creatives that may fatigue. You may not have any, well, unless you're doing a performance max, then you'll have creatives. But in terms of Meta, let's talk about why it'd be a little bit more inconsistent. Though, if you have a good pilot, like Stoy Media, you can get through the storm. You can still get to your destination. It just requires a good pilot. And so the reason why you probably have a little bit more uncertainty is because you need a good offer and you need to have a consistent way to pump out creatives. Creatives fatigue. If you run the same video for a year, it's probably not gonna do that great because people remember the exact same hook time and time again. And so it requires some creative muscle out of you. It requires you to consistently make some videos that for pay-per-click, you just don't need. You need a landing page and headlines, and that you can split test, and a way to split test the landing page so you can test what is the best variant. Otherwise, there's no consistent changing, there's no consistent optimizing. It's really just set it and forget it. Yes, there is split testing, there's some keyword changes, there's negative keywords, but past that, there's not really much. And don't get me wrong, we don't do a lot of pay-per-click. I personally do a lot of meta, but from the limited Google that we've done, it's really just tight negative keywords, landing page, and you just turn it on and you make sure that the right negative keywords are being filtered. You're adding more is what I'm trying to say. And so you have a little bit more consistently. And when this gets going, you're good. Because you can have a very consistent process of turning clicks into leads through Google Ads. Meta ads, like I said, you gotta have a good offer. You can get away with that on pay-per-click. On pay-per-click, as a roofing company, you can offer get a free quote pretty consistently and still get decent results. For Meta, no way, Jose. You've gotta have a good offer. Financing, warranty, those are the two best ways to have a good offer, which I don't really talk very much about offers in this channel. It's more of something that we do when we onboard you as an agency. If we're a lead vendor, don't worry about the offer. I recommend you have a good offer in terms of close rate, because if you have really good financing for the customer, then they're more likely to go with you because you have better financing than someone else. And if you have a better warranty, they trust you more. But those are the two main offers that you'd want to combine when you're running meta ads. With Google Ads, you can get away with not really having a great offer. You can stick to get a quote and maybe $500 off a roof replacement. And that's or whatever your home service business is, you can get away with having an okay offer. But meta ads, you gotta have a good offer to stand out. And you need a good offer or anything different from everyone else in pay-per-click to stand out. I'm just being clear. So you can't just do a free quote, but you can do free quote and $500 off, or free quote and whatever. So something little, just enough to stand out. And so if you're looking for more leads, you're looking for more roof replacement leads, siding leads, or whatever your home service business is, then click the link in the description. There's gonna be a way where you can claim and set up a call with someone at Story Media, that's probably gonna be me, to set up a call to find out if we'd be a good lead vendor for your home service business. So if you've got any comments, drop a comment. And if you're interested in getting more leads on a pay-per-lead basis, then click the link in the description and let's get connected.